Greetings and welcome to the latest episode of UC Weekly News. I'm your host, David Danto, joined by the inimitable Dave Michels this week. We're here talking
Inimitable.
about what's
I don't
going
know what
on.
that means, but it sounds impressive. Whatever it is, I'll take it.
It means doesn't matter how long I grow my beard or my hair, it's still I can't imitate you. We're
Oh,
unique
okay.
individuals, inimitable. We are going to talk about what to expect on this show and from us over the next few weeks and next few months to talk about where we're going in the industry.
Summer doldrums. So,
Summer.
It's hot. I'm just going to the beach.
Is it hot where you are in Portugal?
It is hot, and there is beaches, and it's a good place to go.
Okay, because a lot of expats that I'm reading about are picking that location, so it makes a lot of
Another
sense.
good place to go this summer is do a forest fire and fight it.
Uh,
Uh,
we were there first. I know we're getting smoke from Canadian wildfires here in the Northeast, but I don't know where you're talking about.
well, yeah, there's fires everywhere. It's
Oh,
gonna.
it's a shame.
I think especially North America. I think the Rockies have a very very
Oh,
dry winter, so it's gonna be.
that's sad to think about. Well, one of the fires that we're going to try and put out or make larger is the fire that we started around interoperability. You remember we had some of the end users on the show about 3 weeks ago talking about what they wanted, and
Didn't Microsoft say that users don't want interoperability? Did I get that wrong?
no,
Or
Microsoft said users want direct guest join, and that solves all the problems. And I think that nobody's really happy with direct guest join. But our good friend Ilya Bukshteyn is going to be on the show. I think next week, if not next week, the week after. And you and I are going to talk.
it's not direct guest join. It's direct guest join. But you just guessed, and maybe it works, but it doesn't work.
We're going to polish this act a little bit before Ilya joins us, but we'll have him on the show and let him speak to Microsoft's thinking and feeling about what exists today, what might exist in the future, and all things Microsoft. So that's definitely going to happen. And then we've got a bunch of new products that we've got to talk about. Some of them review and some of them go into. I just got a brand new mouse from Logitech and a new camera from Insta360 that we've got here. I've got a Vasco translator that's got a software update I'm going to run.
I need a new camera. For the record, anybody watching this, I need a new camera.
And you've just got a new pair of headphones. We want to talk about the new style of it.
I told you in one of our last videos, I've really become a fan of the Fits of the Shocks headsets. I think they're great, and so we'll talk about
Yeah, they,
those.
they combine both bone conduction and open ear. So we'll be talking about some products.
See,
And then we're
these are
kind of
open
getting
air. These are the open air, whatever. But
right, the clear. Love those. So now we're gonna if the summer's over, we're gonna hit September and we're gonna do a lot of shows in September and October. We got a lot of things coming up that are gonna take our time. What about you? What's your first stop once the summer ends?
well, so life of an analyst is extremely insane in the spring and fall, and this fall's looks shaping up. So the fall travel starts for me in September. I've got a few trips. I'm going to head over. I'm going to go to Istanbul first. First, I'm going to go to Istanbul. I've never been to Istanbul. I've been to Dubai, and I had Turkish coffee in Dubai. Didn't sleep for a week, and I'm going to see if it's the same thing in Turkey. So I'm going to go to Istanbul first, but that's neither here nor there. That's there
Four,
actually.
why are you going there? What's the reason?
No, I'm just going there. I'm just going there.
Oh,
But
okay.
but 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 I'll be on en route on the way to Phoenix for the Alianza event. I'm looking forward to the Alianza event. I don't think people realize how much is going on, one, at Alianza, and two, the service provider space in general. I met with um, Intermedia here in Portugal just a few months ago. There's just a lot of stuff going on in that service provider space. So definitely going out to the Phoenix Alianza event in September. I've also got the CPAS Alliance is having their annual event in Amsterdam, and I've been to one a couple years ago. I'm looking forward to going to that one this year, and Five9 is having an analyst event in Seattle, so I'll be heading out to Seattle at the end of the month, and
What's the coin flip that by the time you get to Seattle to see 5-9, that their leadership will still be the same people?
I think I think the leadership is going to be stable. I'm wondering about all the changes the next level down, but yeah, there's certainly. I'm really glad they're having an event because it's nice to go meet the new CEO or whatever, but I'm going to meet the entire executive suite, so it's going to be great. So Looking forward to that. So that's my September. What do you got going on?
Well, we're starting it in your old hometown in Denver. We've got the CDIA CIX show, Commercial Integrator Show. That's going to be the last one that they're doing in Denver for a while. They never really got the attendance in Denver that they were looking for. So they're going to take it on the road. I think it's going to be in Vegas the next 2 years. But we're going to be there. I'm going to be there with our fellow analysts, David Maldo and Kevin Keeler, are putting on their AI chef's hats, and we're going to do it in our AI lab so people can step in and look at that. After that, I'm doing a travel and not the same place you're going. We're going to go to Kauai for the first time and spend a week and just relax in Kauai. So
Oh, you didn't
that
do that glacier thing, so you're doing the bucket list. It sounds like.
we're doing the last two states. Yes, the 49 and 50, they're all the same thing. The whales,
So,
that's how the whales migrate.
but I'm going to Denver too, and it's still my state. I still got a Denver driver's license. I'm still a Denver resident. I still vote in Denver. I'm going to be in Denver because surprisingly, I've mentioned going to Istanbul. Surprisingly, to get to Phoenix, one of the best ways to get from Istanbul to Phoenix is a nonstop to Denver. So I'll be going to Denver and staying there, and it's always good to be in Denver. I
That's
really do.
interesting. That's funny because I'm going to go up to Calgary at some point, probably end of October, to see
Yeah,
our friends at Nareva and actually do a real test of their new HDX system that we've been
yep.
talking about for a while. And I'm also going to connect to Calgary through Denver. Newark to Denver is the easiest way to get there, and Denver, the hub up to Calgary. So
Yeah,
we'll both be spending
same
time
time
in
zone.
Denver.
Once you get to Denver and Calgary in the same time zone, and
Yeah.
a lot of the same, obviously they're more north, but obviously very similar environments. And so,
Yeah, it gives me a choice of flights to take instead of the one nonstop that the Air Canada flies every day. So I've got the Nareva thing coming up, and then again we've got WebEx1, we've got a Logitech event, we've got a Need event, we've got a lot of things that are coming up in September and October toward the end of the year, and then touching the beginning of November, and then people back away again, and they don't get too involved. The other thing that happens during that time frame, I know CES isn't until January, but the CES judging for the Innovation Awards, which I've done for many, many years, and will probably do again this year. I won't know yet. All that happens in October. We do the
yeah, but
judging.
there's really nothing to do this year because all the innovation's done.
I
We
don't think so. And very few people know we do that judging in October based on documents. They send
That's
us
innovative.
the thing that's been submitted by the company with pictures if they have them, videos if they have them, and all the claims listed, and we're supposed to judge the product based on if everything they're telling us is true. So if they give us a product that basically says it defies gravity, we have to judge it assuming it defies gravity, as opposed to saying, "Now wait a minute." But other than that, they're great opportunities to see what's happening in tech. And we can't talk about them until they actually get announced in November, December, and January. But that comes up in October as well.
Defiance is kind of defies gravity. It's kind of a subjective term. It's not as absolute as you think it is. You could defy gravity just by giving him the finger or something. Uh, uh,
Maybe there was one year we were judging that there was literally a $4,000 pair of headphones.
yeah.
And I looked at what they were describing, and it's like,
And
no,
you're supposed to listen to it. You're supposed to listen
I-
to it.
I'm sorry. There is no headphone on this planet that's worth $4,000. Unless you put Rolexes on either side. It's like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm not voting for that. But other than that,
Yeah,
yeah,
you gotta be careful what you say there. I think of that Twilight Zone episode where the guy just wanted to read and he finally got to read when the world blew up and his
yes,
glasses broke.
Burgess
Maybe there
Meredith.
is a pair of headphones worth $4,000, but the situation around is pretty bad or something.
Oh no,
So
there actually is. My point is, I would never pay that kind of money for it. It's like, no, don't ask me to judge that. And that does begin the long runway over to CES to see what the innovations are. That's obviously a conference I go to every year, and we bring back a lot of cool toys and interesting innovations. And it's good to get a good sense 18 to 24 months out of the kind of technology that's going to be appearing on the market. So we'll see that. And we've got one of Insta360 now has moved from the action camera space, as I talked about, into the business space, and they're always with a big display at CES. So we'll get a chance to stop by and see them.
I want a helmet mounted camera for my video calls.
That's their new Luma. They're the
Yep.
world leader in action cameras, so we'll have to take a look at that and see what the story is. I'm still sticking with my phone. So, what are you looking at toward the end of the year?
Well, October is going to be insane. October is always insane. October is the worst month of the year in terms of business travel. It's the best month of the year in terms of business travel, depending how you look at it. Is that what you asked me about October? Did you
Yeah,
ask me? Okay. So I'm going to start off October with Austin for WebEx One.
all right.
Um,
We'll both
I
be
think
there.
that's going to be a good event. Always is. I'm really looking forward to Austin. One thing you cannot get in Portugal is good barbecue. I always make an effort to get good barbecue when I'm in Denver, but it's better in Austin. I'll admit that. And so I don't know if it's better at the hotel conference venue, but it doesn't matter. I will find it anyway. Um, let's see. Also in Austin is the NICE event, which is an annual. People don't understand NICE because NICE appears to go over the top with their events. This year they're doing it in Maui. So yes, I will be going to Maui, which is pretty damn far from Portugal. I'm not even sure you can get further from Portugal. But going to Maui for their event, but what people don't understand is that being over the top is part of Nice's brand. It's part of what they're trying to communicate. They just actually demonstrate it with their events as well. And they put on phenomenal events. I would say they put on the best events. It has nothing to do with the where the locations are. It's just little things. It's like their executives being in every single session throughout the entire event, and engaging with everybody. And it's just fantastic. Great events. So we've got that one. Immediately after that, also on the West Coast, is Zoomtopia.
I
I
forgot
was actually
Zootopia
going
this
to go
year.
to
Yeah.
Zoomtopia in Europe, but it turns out to be easier to go to Zoomtopia in Palos Verdes, which is where I know Palos Verdes very well. It's actually at a place in Palos Verdes, used to be called Marineland, kind of a SeaWorld competitor. And so I learned how to scuba dive at Marineland, actually. So I'm really looking forward to going back there. We've got Sprinkler has their event in San Diego at the end of October. So a lot of events going on in October. Um, so October's a bit crazy. We've even got a few events going in November, but let's not go that far. But how's your October looking? I think I'm going to see you a few times.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely be at Zoomtopia and at WebEx One. I love Austin. Austin's a terrific city. The only problem with Austin is it's in Texas, but not that's neither here nor there. And I will also be with you at Zoomtopia, as I said, to see what's going on. This is the first traveling that I'm going to do starting in the fall, where I'm going to be using and bringing my plod pin. I know a number of people use this. I've started to use this mostly because I don't want to dedicate my phone to recordings. I don't want to have to put my phone down. I want to be able to use it so I can put the recording here and then made it later. But the other bigger reason is I don't know when I'm doing a recording here like this, when I'm speaking to a client or I'm speaking to a customer, I don't know what platform I'm using. It's not always mine. So I don't want to have to think about when are they going to send me the transcript. I just hit the button on this, let the air gap record it, and then I have my own transcript immediately when the meeting is over. So I'm going to see if this actually helps me with notes. I can concentrate more on what people are saying rather than concentrating on taking notes and see how that goes. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing how functional it'll be.
Don't you have to like do a beep every 15 seconds?
No, that's only if it's on the radio on a telephone. You don't have
Mm.
to let anybody know you're recording. Just although they'll see it, it comes with a magnet. So I'll wear it prominently on whatever badge I have to wear. But we'll see. Hopefully, it'll help and get notes accurate. And then when people say things they claim they didn't say them, I can go back to the recording.
Very
So
good.
it's going to be an exciting fall after a quiet summer, other than the next few shows that we're putting on.
Other than that, yep. All right.
Dave, thanks for joining me on this one, and thank you very much for watching. This was a bit of an update as to what we're doing. Like I said, next week or the week after, one or the other, we'll have Ilya on. I'm expecting also to talk to some other manufacturers in the space over the next couple of weeks as well. We had some new products introduced at InfoComm, and I think they're eager to come on and talk about them, so we'll have them on as well. But until then, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.